My unhinged ex got rid of every pet I ever brought home until I adopted a rescue pit bull that ended up mauling his face. You know, sometimes life throws you a curveball so wild, so utterly unbelievable, that it changes the entire trajectory of your existence. For me, that curveball wasn't just heartbreak, it was the chilling realization that the man I was about to marry, the man who swore he loved me, was systematically poisoning my pets, plotting to isolate me, and had a very real plan to destroy my life. And the only reason I'm standing here today, free and whole, is because my rescue pit bull, Roxy, decided that night that enough was enough. Let me take you back, 3 years ago, to a coffee shop in Portland. That's where I met Derek. He had this smile, you know, the kind that just instantly disarms you, makes you forget your own name. Dark hair, piercing green eyes, and he wore flannel in a way that just looked effortless, not like he was trying too hard. He bought my coffee without even asking, which usually would have set my hackles up, but there was something about him that day, something different. We talked for 4 hours straight. He spilled all about his life as a software engineer, his family in Boston, his grand dream of building a tiny house deep in the woods. I told him about my freelance graphic design work, how I'd only moved to Portland 6 months prior, still picking up the pieces of myself after a really bad breakup. And he listened. Truly listened. Not the kind of listening where someone's just waiting for their turn to talk, but the kind where they actually absorb every word, remember every detail. That, my friends, was red flag number 1, screaming right in my face, and I missed it completely. 2 weeks later, we were dating. He was perfect. Honestly, almost too perfect. But after my last relationship, I'd learned to distrust my own gut feelings, that little voice inside me. So I ignored it when it whispered, slow down. For months in, I decided it was time to reclaim a piece of myself. I adopted Mango, a tiny orange tabby from the shelter. I'd always wanted a cat, but my ex before Derek was severely allergic. This felt like a small act of defiance, a step towards a new, happier me. Derek seemed perfectly fine with it, even said he loved cats. He bought Mango all sorts of toys and fancy food. Then, just 2 weeks later, Mango vanished. I came home from a client meeting to find my 3rd floor apartment window wide open. That window was never open more than a crack, because I was exactly paranoid about this kind of thing happening. Derek helped me search for hours, neighborhood by neighborhood. He printed flyers, posted on every lost pet page, held me as I cried myself to sleep night after night. These things happen, he'd say, stroking my hair. Cats are curious. She probably just wandered off. But Mango wasn't like that. She was timid, scared of her own shadow. She would never have jumped out a window 3 stories up. I tried to tell Derek, but he just kept gently reassuring me we'd find her. We never did. I was absolutely heartbroken for months. And Derek? He was there for all of it, patient, understanding. He even suggested we wait a while before getting another pet. You're not ready yet, he'd say. Give yourself time to heal. Looking back, I should have seen it then. The way he watched me grieve, like he was studying me, taking notes for some twisted future exam. 8 months crawled by. I finally felt a flicker of readiness. This time, I adopted a dog, Biscuit, a sweet 7-year-old beagle mix, calm, perfect for apartment living, from the very same shelter. 2 weeks after Biscuit came home, Derek moved in with me. Full story on the channel. Link below. Click now and watch what happened next.